We are finally back in Singapore, one of our favourite countries that we've ever visited. But the last time we were here, we had literally 25 hours from the moment we arrived to the moment we had to leave. This time we're going to take things a little bit slower. We're going to see a few of the things that we didn't get to see last time. So this is going to be kind of like our redemption trip. And tomorrow we're going to see something that we never thought we'd ever see in Singapore. And if you're from outside of Singapore watching this, you might not expect it either. So make sure you stick around until the end. Our hotel is just behind us on the other side of the river. It's actually our first time staying in an all-digital self-check-in hotel. We've got a really quirky room we can't wait to show you later on. Why are there random roaming chickens here? What are you doing?
Why did the chicken cross the road? For those of you that have just watched our recent China series, you guys would know that Luckin is our favourite coffee chain in the world. And just a few days before arriving in Singapore, Adam told me that they've got a Luckin here, and I could honestly not believe it. We are on our way there now to get some liquid fuel. Please be the same as China.
For all the fellow F1 nerds out there, we've already stumbled upon the first landmark here in Singapore, the famous Anderson Bridge. It's so hard to believe that this is part of a Formula One Grand Prix circuit right now, because there's nothing about it that would tell you that. So although we have a little bit more time this time around, the weather is not quite on our side. It looks like it's going to rain quite heavily at some point today, but for the time being, the sun is peeking through just about.
Imagine just waking up in Singapore, going to get your morning coffee, and this is the route that you take. It's unbelievably beautiful. There's so much space to walk around here. There's loads of people running. There must be like a daily thing that they do. The views are just insane. We've got the most incredible buildings here in Singapore. They never fail to amaze us. There's dogs everywhere, runners everywhere.
Doggies.
We've got Marina Bay Sands in the distance there, and that sun is coming through. What a beautiful morning.
We just want to say a huge thank you to our partners at Level 8 for completely revolutionising the way we travel. Because whether you're nomadic like us, or you just go on that one trip a year, your luggage is either going to make your life easier, or it's going to be that thing that you absolutely dread dragging around with you. Trust me, you do not know frustration until you spent an entire month dragging a suitcase around the Philippines with not one, but two busted wheels. You know that saying, buy cheap, buy twice? I learned that the hard way. But nowadays we have these beauties from Level 8, the 20-inch Voyager carry-ons. They're strong and durable thanks to their polycarbonate shell, so we don't have to worry about baggage handlers throwing them around like they're auditioning for their country's Olympic shot put team. And there's a TSA approved lock on the top, so basically we have complete peace of mind whether we're checking them in or whether we're traveling around with them. We have a 4-level height adjustable wide handlebar, which means there's 43 litres of uninterrupted storage inside. There's even a waterproof compartment right here, which is the perfect size for my swim shorts, so they can stay separate from all my other clothes. Don't laugh at my flamingos. But my favourite feature, without a doubt, are the wheels. I cannot tell you just how effortless it is to walk around with these things. Even fully loaded, these things just glide silently. We've got an exclusive discount for you watching this video, so make sure you click the link or the pinned comment below and use code ANY10 to make your life easier and more stylish when traveling. And thank you to Level 8 for sponsoring the video. Okay, we just walked into Marina Square shopping mall.
I think it's closed. It's dark.
We're a little bit early for Singapore, I think. It's just before 9 AM on a Saturday, and it's supposed to be open, I think.
Well, we'll see. It looks like everything is shut, kind of, but they should be opening them within the next few minutes, maybe.
It's like a proper ghost town, almost like a behind-the-scenes look of a Singaporean shopping mall before it opens.
Yeah, guess what I've just seen?
Is it Luckin? It's open, or opening at least.
So in China, we used our Alipay and our WeChat, and every time we came to a Luckin, we'd have to scan the barcode inside the shop and then order online. And actually, it looks like it's a very similar thing here in Singapore. So Adam's just scanned it, and also I think they're doing some kind of promotion of 50% off if you're a member, and I know for a fact that me and Adam are members.
Alright, so that was $15 discounted to $7.50 just for putting in an email and password.
Really good for Singapore prices as well. It's obviously a bit more than China, but
yeah,
Singapore, very
really
happy.
Not bad. Really not bad. Oh, here we go, moment of truth. That's the most satisfying part. Can't wait any longer.
Is
go.
it going to taste the same? That is so good. Oh, it tastes exactly the same. It's really creamy. I'm so happy right now. I can't believe we actually get to have the same look-in Singapore. This is a dream come true. I'm so sad.
By the way, I know it seems like we're making a big deal about coffee, but I promise you, if you come to Singapore or China or wherever else they might have Luckin, you try it and tell us, is it not the best coffee you've ever had?
Not sponsored.
Now, what I've gone for is something slightly unusual. It is a grape fizzy Americano.
That is so weird.
So basically, black coffee with grape soda at the bottom of it. You can kind of see it. It's like pink at the bottom with the coffee on the top.
He likes his strange drinks.
What? Okay. Yes, the grape soda is really nice and the coffee, but I was not expecting there to be jelly in there or pieces of fruit.
Oh my god, is there jelly in it?
I think there's actual pieces of grape, or no, it's probably more like what you get in boba tea and bubble tea.
Oh yeah, you can see it in the bottom.
That's really nice. You think grape and coffee? Nah, but actually it really, really works. I'd have that again. Maybe not over my usual pomelo Americano, but I would have that again.
Didn't beat the pomelo.
No, but it's good. So we did just want to clear up something real quick, because the last time we were in Singapore, we made a bit of a mistake, or I made a bit of an error, I should say. As we were crossing the border in from Malaysia, I said to Yaz that it's illegal to have chewing gum in Singapore. There were tons and tons of comments on that video. Even I think to this day, there are still people commenting on that video, correcting us and telling us that it's not illegal to have chewing gum in Singapore, but it is illegal to buy and sell it. And Yaz threw away all of her chewing gum that time, so you've got something in your bag there now?
I do. Ta-da! And
watch. Oh. Are we okay? Are we getting arrested? No. We're all good. You're okay with chewing gum in Singapore, guys. Just, you can't buy it and you can't sell it here. And that actually brings me on to another point, because if you're coming to Singapore, there are some kind of strange, quirky laws that you might want to be aware of before you get here. I've got a few of them written down here, and I haven't told Yaz about any of them, so I want to tell her and see her reaction to them. The first one here is walking naked in your house is illegal in Singapore. Punishment, $2,000 fine or up to 3 months in prison.
I don't get it.
Obviously, it's probably not as simple as it sounds, right? There's obviously certain things that you need to derobe for when you're at home. It's probably more to do with not exposing yourself to neighbours and things like that if your curtains are open by accident or on purpose.
It's like before having a shower, you just thought, oh, but wait, let me open my curtains. Hi, Singapore. Woo!
I'm not quite sure how that would be enforceable though, because if you see someone through their window and then you go to report that to the police, they could just be like, well, why are you looking at your neighbour? Kind of peeping Tom.
That is a really strange law, I must admit.
So when you're coming to Singapore, just keep your curtains shut before you go to the shower. Number 2, smoking is forbidden almost everywhere in Singapore. Not actually that strange. You do see a lot of signage everywhere that says that smoking in this particular area is illegal. I think it's basically in your own home that you can only smoke in.
That keeps the streets clean as well, because back home in England, there's cigarette butts on the floor and in other places in public areas. So, and actually, to be fair, I've not seen anything like that on the floor here. It's really clean. And also, guys, it's actually starting to rain, so we might need to take some shelter.
Let's do that. All right, I think you're going to like this next one. If you don't flush a public toilet, punishment of $150 to $500 fine. Apparently, officials conduct random checks in public toilets to make sure people flush after they go. That would be a really good law back home as well, not going to lie.
Actually, yeah, I would love that rule to be implemented everywhere, to be honest.
Number 4, connecting to another person's unsecured Wi-Fi. Oh, this is a good one. You can't play a musical instrument in public that others might find annoying. So if you're a bagpipe player, don't come to Singapore and play on the streets. That is a fine of up to $1,000 apparently. Or singing lyrics in public as well that contain profanity or swear words. Kind of subjective though, what people might find annoying. Following someone around with a tuba. Feeding pigeons in Singapore, up to $500 fine. And then this last one is an interesting one. Drinking alcohol and partying between 10:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. up to $2,000 fine. I have no idea how they actually enforce that, or if it's enforced for that matter. I think it pertains more to the selling of alcohol and drinking publicly, kind of on the street. So 7-Elevens and shops won't sell you alcohol after 10:30, I think.
So these clubs and bars probably have special licenses?
Apparently though, if you're not a club or a bar and you want to make a lot of noise between those hours, you have to actually get a permit from the government. So there you go, just a few rules to keep in mind if you ever come to Singapore. All Right, so for breakfast, we've got a little bit of a mixed bag here. I feel like we've got people watching us over our shoulders, but we don't. We're good. We're all good.
It does feel like
It's just statues.
So I've gone for a place called the Berry Spot, and they specialise in acai bowls. And Adam's got...
Toast Box. It is a famous chain here in Singapore, I
We've
believe.
seen quite a few of them actually around.
As the name suggests, they deal mainly with toasted bread items and other breakfast foods.
But my one looks absolutely delicious, and it's in the cutest little pop-up. Not even a pop-up, it looks like it's permanent there, but it's super cute.
Right along the riverfront
Yeah,
as well.
it's at the perfect location, just with a view of Marina Bay Sands. I went for a maple granola crunch, I think it was. Kiwi and banana, sunflower seeds, peanut butter, and one more thing.
Basically, the whole shop is in that cup. It looks really good. It looks like a breakfast ice cream.
This feels like the perfect breakfast to have when it is super humid and hot. So let's give it a try. Oh, that definitely hits the spot.
That's a medium. They go up to extra large in these
This
things.
is big. I mean, it wasn't cheap. It was, we'll put the price here. But to be fair, this is like your typical like Aussie breakfast. Acai bowl, watching the views, really good quality food.
So I decided to go for something that they call thick peanut butter toast, and it is very, very thick indeed. I mean, look at that. White bread with the crust cut off and chunky, crunchy peanut butter. And they cut it up for you as well, so all you need is to pick it up with this little cocktail stick. Here goes. Peanut butter on toast.
It's peanut butter and toast.
It's peanut butter on toast, guys. Not much to say about it. It's really fluffy, thick white bread that's been lightly toasted with the crunchy peanut butter. Just makes you feel like a kid again eating this.
Do you know what we should like maybe share? Because having the savoury and the sweet would be perfect. Okay,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's just peanut butter.
That's the best peanut butter toast I've ever had.
It is pretty good, not gonna lie.
Really good.
Not normally a fan of crunchy peanut butter, usually prefer the smooth one. That's converted me. Well, this is the one that I'm really looking forward to. This is their specialty, Singapore specialty, I should say. Kaya toast. Kaya is coconut jam, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, for both of these pieces of toast, it was $5.80. Pretty good value.
That is actually really good value.
Oh yeah, that is so good. Like a chocolatey quality to it, or like a burnt caramel. It doesn't look like coconut. I mean, it's brown, so you wouldn't expect that to come from a coconut, but it really is good. What if we mix them together? Here we go. I've got the world's smallest peanut butter and jelly sandwich here. I'm a genius. Go to Toast Box, order both of these, put them together.
That's a good idea.
Don't want to jinx it, but it's turning out to be quite a nice day after that little bit of rain before. Plenty of blue sky, and now we're heading to our first big spot of the day. I cannot wait to see this. We meant to do it last time, completely ran out of time. So as huge Formula One fans, we've always wondered what the start-finish straight in Singapore looks like the rest of the year when the Formula One isn't in town. And here it is. This is literally open to the public like 51 weeks of the year. You can just walk on here and go for a ride on your bicycle, go for a walk like we are right now.
It feels surreal to be actually walking on the F1 track right now, but not just any part of the track. This is the main straight. You can actually see the grid marks, and you've got the finish line and the start line right there on the floor. It's crazy.
Not to mention all of the pit garages, which have all of the names on top, some of which definitely need changing before the next race, that's for sure.
There's actually been quite a lot of changes since last year.
But we've actually come on a very weird weekend. I think they don't normally have many events here other than the Formula One, but today, this weekend in particular, they have a triathlon on. It's called the T100. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of photography. There's a lot of people getting ready for their races. I think they've got cycling, swimming and running right here on this track. There's a lake or a river right next to it where they're going to be doing the swimming.
And obviously this actually looks so different compared to when they race, because
I was going to say, it's barely recognisable. Behind us, there'd normally be massive grandstands. They've just kind of covered it for now. And then you've also got the Singapore Flyer in the background, which is really iconic. Gardens by the Bay, it's just absolutely stunning. We are literally standing on the start line. 3, 2, 1, go!
It's lights out, away we go. That's an excellent start from Lando Norris, and it's a...
That had to be done. That was so cool. So obviously this is the only permanent, or one of the only permanent fixtures of the racetrack itself. The rest of it obviously has to be built up in the weeks leading up to the Grand Prix. But this is a hell of a place for your morning run. If you're into morning runs, this is the perfect place for it. You've got straight, that is as long as the eye can see, and no traffic to contend with, at least today.
Leclerc! Charles Leclerc! Leclerc!
You a big George Russell fan?
Yes.
Yes!
I'm a big. He will be world champion soon.
He will be.
He will be.
He will be. This year.
This year.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe next year then.
Maybe this year.
I think Lando Norris this year, to be honest. And then maybe George Russell.
She's just a Lando fangirl, this one.
Yeah, of course.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have fun for today.
You too.
Enjoy the track.
Enjoy.
See, you even meet random people that are like-minded as well down here. Also, if you don't want to walk the track, for whatever reason that may be, I don't know why, but if you don't want to, you just want to walk along the river here, there's actually a footpath in between the river and the track. So this here is the pit exit going into turn 1. This is where all the chaos happens on the first lap of the race. They've got all these cones set out. I think that's for the triathlon later today. And then turn 2 into turn 3. This is where it becomes a normal road once again for the majority of the year. All right, nerd session over. I genuinely think that Singapore might be one of the hottest countries on earth. I'm seeing purple and green. Need to remember the sunglasses next time. We have just arrived to the enclave of Singapore that is Little India, and there's actually 650,000 Indian Singaporeans that live in Singapore. It really does kind of feel like we're, guess what, in India.
It really does. And we're not even on the main part yet. We're going to head to Serangoon Road, which is the main street of Little India. And maybe we'll try and find some food or some snacks.
This literally could not be any more different than the part of Singapore we were just in. Like the Marina Bay Sands area, really modern, really built up. This is the complete opposite, but in a really charming little way.
It feels a bit like the back streets of Delhi or something like that, doesn't it?
All the buildings are either blue, yellow, brown, red, and it's a lot noisier too, which is just like India. Not quite as chaotic as India though, in fact nowhere near as chaotic, and a lot cleaner. We just turned off that main road after walking on it for about 10 to 15 minutes. The architecture here is such a contrast to where we just came from. I think they call those shop houses because they're literally above what is a shop on the ground floor, and then they have an apartment on the top.
Okay, so we have picked our spot. The place is called A2B Veg Restaurant, which is perfect for us as we don't eat meat. It literally feels like we're in an Indian restaurant right now in India, in Delhi or somewhere like that. And we've had a really good look through the menu, and there's so many dishes that we recognise from our travels in India, and we'll let you know what we've got when it arrives.
So we have got samosas, and look at the size of these. They're like the size of a baby's head. They're ginormous.
Yeah, these are absolutely massive, and they look so authentic as well. Wow, that is really good. It's full of potato, and I think just some like green onion, or I don't know if it's green onion actually, but there's like mixed vegetables in there as well. That is really tasty.
I'm gonna try it with the chutney. Oh yeah, they taste really fresh. I wasn't sure if they were just gonna put it off of a counter and serve it to us, heat it up a little bit, but I think they've been freshly fried. Oh boy, that's a creeper.
That is spicy. As I was filming Adam there, my mouth was getting hotter and hotter. Like dying behind the camera, like. Our next dish has arrived. It's called Gobi 65, and this is something that we ordered so many times when we were in India. It's basically deep fried, battered cauliflower, which has a spice to it as well. Just how I remember. Oh, I don't know if it's the onion or the Gobi 65 that's got a kick to it, but it's delicious. Now we've cooled down. I've actually got goosebumps from the aircon, which is quite nice. We're going to head back out and go to a different country.
Singapore MRT is so easy to use, it's so quick. I don't think we've ever waited more than a minute or a minute and a half for a train to come. And now we are in another little enclave of Singapore called Arab Street. The name kind of says it all. Wait a minute, are you sure this is Arab Street?
I think so.
I'm seeing literally 7 Turkish restaurants just in front of me here. Welcome to Turkish Street, everyone. Marhaba.
Marhaba.
This really feels like a little Istanbul more than it does a little Arabia.
It actually does, and for anyone who didn't know, I'm actually half Turkish and half English, and this feels like I'm there, just less humid. This is more humid.
This is very humid.
That's the difference.
This is like walking in soup.
Yeah. But so far, we are so impressed by this place. It's so colourful.
It's very similar to Little India with the architecture, but it's somehow even more commercialised. Like I said, I've counted literally, I think, 8 to 9 Turkish restaurants.
Easy.
Which is kind of funny because back in the UK, we have a lot of Turkish barbers there. Usually when you find one, there's like 4 or 5 right next to each other. So here it's like that, but with restaurants instead.
Shout out to Adam's barber.
So this right here is my favourite style of dining in the world. Plastic chairs, literally on the side of the road, in some cases on the road itself. Scooters going past. Let me tell you this as well. Don't be coming here pulling any sickies from work when you shouldn't be here, because you are going to be in someone's Instagram photo 100%.
That's so true.
Every second, wherever you look around, there's camera shutters going off.
We're going to head to Haji Lane, which is a super famous spot near Arab Street, just off of Arab Street. We're going to head down there and show you what it's like, because from what I can see, it looks super cute.
All right, this is a bit more like it. Narrow alleyways. There's tons of air conditioning wafting in and out from the street. It's so good.
It's just filled with so many tiny, cute shops. We've even got little bars and clothes shops, coffee shops.
Forget Turkish and Arab. There's pretty much every nationality that you can think of here. Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, the whole lot. So if you're hungry or you want a good Instagram photo, you found your spot. Boom! It's a few hours later, and right now we're at the very bottom of Marina Bay Sands, and in a few minutes we're going to be heading right up to the very top, but not in the conventional way. Also, don't get off at Marina Bay MRT thinking it's right next to Marina Bay Sands. It's not. It's a 20-minute walk away.
So the conventional way is to buy a $30 ticket, which gives you access to the very top of Marina Bay Sands, and that allows you to walk around freely on the decking area. So we have seen all over TikTok and Instagram a hack where you can get all the way to the top of Marina Bay Sands for as little as under $10. You book a table at one of the restaurants at the very top, and what people have been doing is choosing the cheapest drink on the menu, which is around $7.
Plot twist. I think the restaurants have cottoned onto this, and in fact Marina Bay Sands themselves have probably cottoned onto this as well. So now they're making it a minimum charge per person of $30 whenever you book a table at one of these restaurants. So you're gonna have to have drinks that equal to that or higher.
We may as well have drinks as well, because the other one where you just view from the decking area doesn't include anything.
We're gonna find out if that view is worth it, and the drinks as well.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Hello, thank you. Well, that was a really warm welcome. The bar staff, even though they're so busy pouring drinks, were like, welcome, welcome. Yeah, good vibes actually so far. And the view, actually from where I'm sitting right now, I kind of can't really see it unless I stand up. But as we were walking to this table, wow, them views are unbelievable. My legs are a little bit wobbly because it's really, really high. This view is absolutely insane. I can see Gardens by the Bay, and it looks tiny from up here. You got the view of the ocean with all of the boats, the city over there to my left. This is a lot to take in right now. We are really high, and I can see a lot of Singapore. It's absolutely beautiful.
So here's the rules when you're up here. Like we said at the bottom, it's $30 each per person minimum spend. You also only get 2 hours in total. So we got here at 6:30, we have to leave by 8:30. And thirdly, you have to stay within the boundaries of the restaurant. So the infinity pool, the famous infinity pool, is out of bounds. So is the observation deck that you would normally pay the $30 to get into. But you do have 2 sides that you can still get a pretty decent view from.
So the cocktails have arrived, and this is literally the size of my head. It's massive. Forget about swimming in the infinity pool. I can swim in this. This is called Peace on Earth, and it's a mixture of tropical rums with passion fruit and coconut. It's so heavy. That is summer in a drink. So tasty, so coconutty, and also quite strong, which is good.
I've gone for their version of a Negroni, which just from smelling it, I can tell that it packs a bit of a punch. Wow. That's a very smoky Negroni, just like the one I had in China not long ago. This is 29 Singaporean dollars, and Yaz's one is also 29 Singaporean dollars. So we're pretty much at the minimum spend there. If you don't go over, they can just charge you the $30, because if you don't want to be getting 2 cocktails and bringing it to almost double that, then you can just get the one like that. Good morning from day 2 in Singapore. We're staying in the Heritage Collection Boat Quay Quayside Wing. There's actually quite a few of them dotted around the city, but we chose this one because the location is perfect for us. So we're on the river like you saw yesterday, and the street that we're on, there's literally tons of bars and restaurants that basically have happy hour like every hour. And like I said, it's an all digital hotel, so everything is done either through WhatsApp or the hotel's own app. We were given a code to enter the main door, and then to get onto our floor and into our room, we used the hotel's app that somehow magically unlocks the door whenever you hold your phone next to the sensor.
So this is our room. It's kind of like a mini apartment. It's super cute. Can you believe it comes with a washer and dryer? That is absolute heaven. A microwave, fridge freezer, which is actually massive as well. Also a washing basket. So it feels really homely. It has all of the homely touches. And there's a little Harry Potter cupboard down there without the door, which is good to store away your suitcases. And then coming through here, we have the bathroom, really clean shower, super modern. And to our surprise, they've actually provided laundry powder. How cool is this to have stairs in your accommodation? This is our bedroom. It's like a little nook. It is so cozy up here, and this is so comfy. It did say on the website that the ceilings were really low, but actually they're not. They're actually really big.
So we actually found this place on Google Maps, but then we realized that if you go on their website and sign up for free using your email on their Heritage Reward Scheme, that you automatically get 10% off your bookings, and you get 1,000 welcome bonus points, which with the cost of accommodation in Singapore, that really helps a lot. So if you guys are interested in staying here, and we highly recommend it, then check out the link in the description below. So today we're actually heading on a mini island hopping tour of the southern islands of Singapore, which is not something I ever thought I would say, because when you think of Singapore, it's more modern, built up, high-rise buildings. But apparently these islands have some incredible beaches, and one of them is even inhabited by a bunch of wild cats. If any of that is true, we're about to find out. Let's head on this ferry and get out of here.
So it's just before 9 o'clock in the morning, and our boat leaves at 9 o'clock. We're at Marina South Pier, and these tickets for a return cost 15 Singapore dollars each, so really good value for what you're going to get. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. If you're coming on a Sunday and you're going to get the 9 a.m. boat, bear in mind that there aren't many cafes or restaurants or anything open at all. So we just went on a wild goose chase to find coffee and some food. The reason why we were so sure about finding food was because we don't really know if there's anywhere to buy food on the island. It might be, I think it is quite remote. I'm not sure if there's anything there at all. So we thought we better just be safe rather than sorry and find somewhere. So, I mean, we're glad to be on the boat. We're glad we haven't missed it, because that was a little bit crazy. And we're going to have a good day, aren't we?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Alright, so half an hour later we've arrived to St. John's Island, the very first island on this tour. What do you think?
So far, I'm blown away. This place is so beautiful. As we're coming in, you could just see palm trees lining the island. It's also really quiet and really quite green and spacious.
I'm literally finding it very hard to believe that we're in Singapore right now. But the funny thing is you can actually see Singapore in the background there. So you've got Marina Bay Sands and the Central Business District, all just half an hour from this little quiet slice of paradise. And I'm pretty sure it only gets better from this point, because we have to cross over to the next island using some kind of a causeway. So, I mean, they're two separate islands, but they're linked by a kind of a bridge. We're going to find out what that's about in a second. And then the third island is the one I'm most excited for. So on this island, you've got a couple of different places to stay. They're mainly kind of glamping sites. And then there's this place, which is Go Green Eco Adventure. You can rent bicycles, you can rent scooters, but it doesn't open until 10 a.m, I don't think.
Adam, do you want to do a tricycle?
Oh, that's a great idea.
You can ride and I can sit in the back. How's that sound?
No, someone's just arrived to open up for the day and we're really early. So he said give him 10 minutes and then we can come and get the scooters.
So it costs a total of 25 Singapore dollars to hire 2 scooters for 1 hour. And he said that that's currently a promotion. So usually it's 2 hours rental for anything. So that's a scooter, a bike, a tricycle or a tandem. That is 25 Singapore dollars per person. So for 2 hours, for 2 people, it will be $50, or for 1 hour, for 2 people, it's $25. He said that's the promotion. So he's going to enjoy the next hour scooting around the island.
Yeah! Singapore, baby! All right, and just like that, we are already on the second island. This is Lazarus Island. On the pictures, it's got a beautiful beach. That's like a perfect semicircle, white sand. Let's find out if it really looks like that. We've just ridden about 5 minutes and come down to this little pathway, which ends right here. Gonna park the scooter by the tree, and the beach is right here. Holy moly.
I am actually shocked. I'm blown away because, yeah, the pictures look nice, but this is nice.
I genuinely didn't expect it to live up to the pictures because they were taken a few years ago, I thought.
It's not just living up to the pictures, it's exceeding the pictures. Also, one of the best things, there's hardly anyone here. It feels like a private beach.
Yeah, we've got a city of about 6 million people right in front of us, and it doesn't look like many of them really know about this place. One thing I did not expect when we landed in Singapore a couple of days ago was to be putting my feet in the ocean and to be in a near isolated beach. And look, it really is a perfect semicircle. It starts over there, goes all the way around to the other side.
We've been here for about 7 minutes and I'm already having to say to you guys that you have to come here. The feeling that you get when you arrive to a place like this that feels so secluded, it really is paradise. There's literally only a handful of people here. We've got people with tents, so it looks like you can actually camp here as well. And the sand is really clean, really clean. There's no litter, and just look at this view in front of me.
Now, if you guys are a lot better prepared than we are, you will come here with a picnic blanket and food to last you the entire day, because there is nowhere to eat here, as we mentioned before. But can you think of a better setting than this for lunch?
I do think there might be a container convenience shop here, although I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything on this island yet.
Can you believe what I've just read on Google about this place? Apparently used to be a penal colony back in the day, so they kept prisoners here to separate them from the general population.
Really?
Not much of a punishment, I would say.
No?
Being kept here. That's just absolutely brilliant. You'd have people committing crimes just to stay here for the rest of their lives. Okay, chalo to the convenience store. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, there's a whole bunch more tourists on that beach now. So definitely recommend coming on the 9 o'clock boat instead of the 11 o'clock one. Seeing a couple of shipping containers here so far. Oh, there we go. Seoul Convenience Store.
All right, so we've made it to the Seoul Convenience Store, and by the looks of it, it's completely filled with cold, refreshing drinks. We've got water, different sodas, and there's also beer as well. So if you fancy a beer, there is no shortage. Teas as well, coffee. And they've got 100 plus, which is really good for hydration. Microwave meals. Okay. Frozen food there as well, ice cubes, bubbles, if you want a bubble party. And then you've just got your dry convenient snacks. So you've got your cup noodles, standard, your seaweed, good Southeast Asian snack there. Oh, even some toiletries as well. You're pretty much sorted.
All right, cheers.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was great. All right, we are back on foot now. It's been a really quick hour here. There's not an awful lot to see, but you can actually stay here, like I said, in the glamping tents. Other than that, you've got the beach and you've got that convenience store. And the ferry leaving to the third island, which is Kusu Island, that leaves either in 10 minutes or in 2 hours. So we're going to grab the one in 10 minutes and see what this place is about. Also, I just realised there were no cats on that island, as far as we could see anyway. So if you're a cat lover, just lower your expectations because they might not be out and about like they were here. Oh, Uncle's having a little bit of a snooze over there. The name of this island is Kusu. Kusu, I believe in Mandarin, means tortoise or turtle, which is why we have these beautiful statues of turtles here. And I believe somewhere on this island as well is a turtle/tortoise sanctuary. And it's not going to be hard to find because this island is absolutely tiny. They also said to us that there is no swimming on this island right now because there's no water. Well, until next week, apparently. I think that's when the tide comes back in. Yeah, there we go. Tortoise sanctuary. That didn't take very long. Oh my God. Yes.
There's so many.
I wasn't expecting that.
What? Oh my God.
I thought there'd be like 2 or 3. There's literally got to be 100 here. Look, there's one hitching a ride on the other one. Oh, wait a minute. It's feeding time at the tortoise show. Oh my God, what is that thing? How can that possibly be in there with them? Excuse me, why is there a lizard in there?
Baby.
Baby lizard.
Yeah, baby.
That doesn't fill me with confidence still. He seems to be cohabiting with them quite well. What is he doing? He's trying to grab him.
The lizard was scared of him.
I just asked the fella feeding them here if he knows how many tortoises there are here.
Baby.
Oh, baby, another baby lizard.
Inside baby many.
Oh, okay. He has no idea how many tortoises are here, but there's a lot of birds, there's a couple of lizards. This guy's got a never-ending bag of food. He's been feeding them for about 20 minutes now. It's not running out anytime soon. I love when you come to one of these things that are quite hyped up online, but then they actually deliver when you get here. And this island is actually quite sacred. I believe that they have a pilgrimage here once a year. People come from all around Southeast Asia, Thailand, Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, and of course Singapore, to come and pray here at one of the temples. There's a Chinese temple and also a Malay temple, I believe. I think the Chinese one is right in front of us now. And over here, believe it or not, is actually a hawker center of all things on this tiny little island, but it's only actually open and serving food once a year during that pilgrimage. Yeah!
This trip has proven just how easy it is to get from city life to island life in only 30 minutes. If you've had enough of the hustle and bustle over there, just hop on over here. It's beautiful.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe because we've got so much more content coming for you guys. YouTube thinks you're going to love this video, so make sure you give it a click and we'll see you over there.
Okay,
bye-bye. Ever wondered what a Singaporean road crossing sounds like? Now you know.